This is a clip from the Chris Break Show podcast. Okay, we are back from our little break, and ooh, I like that noise. We're calling Kendall person, and we're gonna get this guy. He's the creator of Public Blogger, which is thepublicblogger.com. We'll see if he answers. Oh. Is that the ring sound?
You're on with Kendall.
All right. Kendall, how are you?
Happening?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
So the reason why I'm having you on right now is because you invited us. You have this real interesting thing you call a neighborhood, the Public Blogger, and it's like a blog, like a communal blog from what I understand. And it's like an art house collaborative, like visual, performance, written, like pretty much anything under the sun. You kind of bring, I want to say local artists, but since it's the internet, like you just bring artists together that you like, and it's pretty cool what you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And you asked us to, you have a 2013 Public Blogger Awards, and we actually get to announce the nominees and the winner.
Yep.
And
I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for asking. So why did you start this Public Blogger?
When I initially started blogging, I started in I have 3 published books. So that was in another life about 15 years ago, and went on book tour and all that. And when I came back, my life just took a different direction. So I actually walked away from the craft of writing completely for about 12 years. And then one of my closest friends, who's actually one of my biggest fans, he's like, "Well, if you're not going to write a book, why don't you blog?"
I got a question. I'm sorry.
No, that's right.
Well, because it's a neighborhood. You know, I really like the fact that you call it a neighborhood. It's just a community of people. And my question is, I guess John submitted something, and you seemed real particular on what you wanted into the neighborhood because you had kind of a direction as a whole. It's like I just want people to know that it's not just a bunch of chaos. It's not you just putting up bullshit for the sake of, people promoting things, like you actually have a direction, an idea, a feel that you want your neighborhood to have. And I think that's pretty cool. My question is, why didn't you want John's thing on there?
No, it's not. And I'm a fan of your show. As much as I can listen to it, as much as I can read the people that follow me or even the people that inspire me, I try to, but it's already the neighborhood is already like an 18-hour a day process. I mean, just writing the shows, coming up with them, but I really try to have it a two-way street. So it's not that I didn't want them. In fact, what I said exactly is that there has to be a rhyme and reason within the post. Within every single post that I have, there are visuals, there's audio, and it goes with the story or with the editorial. What I wrote is that, do you have an idea? If you can develop something that makes sense and that fits, then we'll do it. When I started putting together this award show, and like I said, I listened to probably 4 broadcasts, and I listened to them completely. I put it on because it's the audio, and I work, and it's just like a morning talk show. I listen to it in the morning, and so and I thought, wow, this will work perfectly. It's a perfect fit, and it's very important to me because I work with so many people, and I'm not Oprah. I can't pay, so it's so the trustability is paramount, and I want everyone to know that your work and that whatever your dreams, whether it's just your hobby or whether you're doing a career, that they are as important as mine, and I treat them as such. There's brilliant artists that come through there, and it doesn't matter if no one knows their name, but I know that their craft is brilliant, and I know that they're taking whatever they do seriously. So when I listen to the Chris Break show, and again, I don't make compliments just to say, just to blow smoke. These are just the words that fit. The camaraderie that the 3 of you have, it's genuine and it flows. And there's certainly room to grow with us all, but you have the sense that
I think we're as good as we're ever gonna get.
Yeah, right. Right. but you have the sense that you are enjoying and that you're investing, if not time, there's an investment of creative energy in what you're doing, and that's what I appreciate.
Well, thanks, man.
Yeah, and you got and feel free to stop any time, because once you get me on a soapbox, I can keep going. So I'll do my best to provide natural pauses.
Well, I'll come up with some random questions for you here that you may or may not feel comfortable asking. Why did you stop doing published work? Like, why did you stop writing books?
If and it's okay one way or the other. There's no right or wrong. But have any of you read any of the posts I've written?
No, I've not.
I've read some of them, Kendall.
Okay. I
told you before, I'm not a blog guy. I don't read them like John's the guy you're talking to.
Yeah, no. It doesn't. No, there's none of that. I just say that so I can give vary the response.
Well, John has read 3 of them. I don't know. I made that number up.
All parts of my life are within the post. So even if you've read, like for instance, Breathe, Breathe is probably the biggest example. Or
I asked you a stupid question, probably that you've already answered in your post. Is that what you're telling me?
No.
That if I'd read your post, I would know the answer to this.
No, that's not what I'm. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that it is completely. I'm completely transparent, and it's natural, and it feels right, and people enjoy it to divulge who I am in entirety in my writings. I'm not as confident doing the same thing in a conversation. So I was answering a question by saying, if you read Breathe, that's the answer to your question. Or if you read Me, which is very short, there's the answer to your question.
I am going to do that, and even if you did answer my question, I was still going to do that because the way you were explaining that actually made me really want to go read your blog. So you do have a way with words, because that totally just happened. I was like, man, I really got to check out this guy's shit. And it's not just because I feel bad that I haven't. It's just because you just made me really want to read it. The suspense. I'm serious. I'm not being an asshole here. I'm 100% serious.
I get that. But here's my question for you.
Oh.
You guys read, and I thank you. I appreciate it. I'll send stuff to you. You'll retweet it. And do you do that over from a camaraderie sense?
I'm not the guy that does that. Yes, John is nodding his head. Yes, I don't know. No, I mean, it's a community. It's all a community, is the way I look at it. You know,
right? And again, there's no right. Please don't hesitate to give whatever the answer is. There's no right or wrong question.
I feel bad when like that's a weird question, because I feel bad because some people do that. I personally don't do any of the social media stuff. No, I had John here because I wanted to talk to you, and last night when I talked to you on the phone, I was like, oh, this guy's great. I got to get him on the show. But no, I personally I don't retweet anything. Like that's all, John. Right. I'm passing the buck here.
But you have a role in the blogosphere, so there's no right or wrong, and I say that sincerely. It's okay. But I pose that question to say, I only retweet what I like. Some people retweet because that's what they do, and it's all part of the game. There's no right or wrong. But what sparked me to ask that is that you have been so grand in retweeting, so it is a little bit of surprise that you ever.
Kendall,
and then you've asked to be in the neighborhood. For all you knew, it could have been a Black Panther party.
Is it?
We'd be fine with that.
Is it?
It is an all-inclusive foundation built on a layer of peace.
Wow.
So that's a no.
All right, I like that. I want to tell you, I've had moments where we sneak into these parties, like back in college at IU, and we have had moments where we're like, oh, let's just get into this guy's party, and we have walked in, and one time it was an all Indian party, and we were the only white guys there, and it was all Indians dance music, and it was incredible. And I just, the same with black. We went to an all black party once on accident. We're like, let's sneak in, and then as soon as we got in there was no sneaking in. Everyone's just kind of, who the fuck are these guys? But then everybody was nice, and it was not a Black Panther party.
Yeah, it's funny because you'll rarely, if ever, hear a person of color make that same analogy, because that's the norm. It's
I know,
right? So it seems, so when you say that, yeah, it was they were nice, and then I'll say, of course they are.
Well, the reason why I said that they would not, the reason why I implied they wouldn't have been nice is because we snuck into somebody's party uninvited.
Oh, right on. But yeah, but you know, but this is a great conversation. See, that's so many of the posts, especially the stories, all of them have morals like this. They're about the right to life is about, you know, abortion and the death penalty. The religious right is about religion. So in the one that's debuting tomorrow, addiction is about addiction. So they're all real life taboo. My quote fingers over when I say that, because there's nothing taboo in the neighborhood, but they're specifically designed because the neighbors are international. The posts are. I post about Bruce Lee and this new Asian American rapper. I have them about Latinos, Selena. When all the reviews I do, they have to be unknown or not necessarily unknown, but they can be have national contracts. I get them from SoundCloud, but I don't do straight reviews. I do them in analogies to the bigger scope. So if I find a Hispanic rapper, then I'll develop a story. And for instance, Crossing the Diaspora, I developed it and included Selena. So the post, when you go through it, you'll see the faces. There's white, there's black, there's Asian, there's gay, there's straight, there's atheist. It's literally an all-inclusive, and that's by design. And I write with with factual clarity and with entertainment value. So when you go down into the comment section, and there's over 5,000 comments, only three of the 5,000 comments have had to be deleted because they were divulged into into nonsense. Like, so if you go to most places, HuffPost, or you go to, and that's a big problem. They just turn into these hateful, vicious arguments, and they're not conducive to educating, to making friends, to developing peace. But you don't get that in the neighborhood, and you'll have every walk of life. The one I wrote about the young kid in New Jersey who was bullied, he was gay, and he was killed. There's no homophobes. They state their opinion because you're allowed to state whatever your opinion, whatever it is. You love Allah, whatever it is, but you can't do it by breaking down someone else's belief. You can only leave your comment in support of your belief, and it's working. But I'm an entertainer at heart. My novels were all fiction. This new persona kind of evolved. So all of whether it's editorial, whether it's fiction, entertainment is number one. And that goes back to why initially you don't want Chris Break. No, I didn't want, it's not I didn't want Chris Break, but how can I collaborate with you? That's what I consider it. And I'm very precise about using the word collaborative because I don't want to use any, and I don't. And on occasions I run out of time and I just got to pick photos from Google, but I seek out the people, I get their permissions, I talk to them like I'm talking to you, because I want them to take ownership of it too. For two reasons. It makes the post that much more of a show, that much more intense, and it's beneficial to the growth of my community and the growth of yours.
I like that. I want to say something. I've found myself recently, maybe you can comment or you felt this, but I found myself recently actually, what's the word, like trolling, but not for any goal other than like I was reading the Indianapolis Star had a post that somehow found its way on my Facebook feed. That's like the limited blogging or post type stuff I do. Social networking is Facebook. That's it. And I saw it was about a child who had like kissed a girl. He was like 5 years old. He kissed a girl, and he got charged with he got suspended for sexual harassment. Mm. And everybody was just going on and on about how stupid this was and how stupid these people are. Why would they do this? Why would they do this? And there were like 6,000 comments all agreeing with each other. And I was just so irritated by that I felt the urge to type in there, this kid is obviously a rapist. If we don't do something now, then, he's going to continue this path. And just because I just got so irritated with everybody agreeing with each other that this is stupid. And I was like, well, maybe it's not stupid. Maybe this, I was like, no means no, people. Like,
why didn't you?
I did. I did, and nobody said anything. I didn't want to do anymore because no one was actually. I wasn't getting getting an effect or what's the word? I wasn't getting a reaction from people, so I didn't.
Yeah, there's two basic reasons for that. Do you know what they are?
No, that's why I asked. What?
Yeah, well, one is when there's a huge story like the Trayvon Martin case, comments are going so fast that no one is really paying attention to anyone else's comments. They're just leaving their own. So you're not going to get this back and forth. The other one is that, and that same thing happened to me. The other one is that when you make a point that's indisputable, but they don't want to agree, then it's ignored. Then the point is just ignored. I mean, you'll get people who will shoot, and that's not everyone. You'll get the real trollers who will shoot back and start calling you MFs, and it just goes downhill. But that happened. I was I go around the blogosphere all the time, and I stopped and I read this one article. It was this atheist group, and they were bashing this show. Hold on one quick second. Yeah, hold on.
Hey.
Wait, hold on 1 second.
Oh, now you sound crisp, man.
Wait, yeah, hold on. Hello?
Hello.
Hold on 1 second, you guys. Let me get this call.
Hello? Man, why wasn't he talking? Oh, is he doing it on his phone?
Okay, I'm back.
No,
my phone rang, and so I'm back now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds great. There was like a little bit of a hiss and a distance before you. Now
oh, okay. Yeah. Well, because I had the webcam a little further away because I thought we were. So when I'm holding it to my mouth. Yeah. Oh. So anyway, so they were just angry and because on the TV show the girl had brought she had a very 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 proper family, and the father was a minister, and she had brought her fiance or boyfriend to dinner. Long story short, when it was time to pray divulged he was an atheist. Well, the father walked. They had a very kind of lively conversation. Father ended up walking away from the table, and then the girl left him. And they were the members of that community. They were just, I can't believe she left because of that. And I said, she didn't leave him because he was an atheist. She left him because he didn't tell her that. And so, and there, none of them responded. And I realized they knew that I was correct, but they wanted to be angry about it. That was good. That was cool for them.
I tried another one because sometimes you're on Facebook and you got these friends on there that you don't even really know that well, and or you knew. Yeah, I try and keep it to people I know, through some form. And there was like a girl that I'd known 10 years ago. She was dating one of my friends, and her status update just said simply, "I am pro-life," and for some reason that just pissed me off. Like the fact that she was just. Because that's one of those things, those topics that people don't really discuss, or I don't know, is it taboo to use your word? Like I don't know, but I saw that and I was like, who the hell, whether you're pro-life or pro-choice, who the fuck just puts this as their Facebook status? What kind of yeah. So I go to her page and I left the best comment I could think of, and it was a quote from George Carlin. It said, "Did you ever notice that the people who are against abortions are the ones you wouldn't want to fuck in the first place?"
You're funny.
And nobody responded. I got really I was like, this is gold here. This is gold. This is my best work yet. And no one responded. So I only tried to troll twice in my life, and it never got a response. So I'll probably have to give it up.
Now, one of you, I can't tell who I'm talking to or who makes the statements, but one of you had said, "Oh no, I don't blog. I'm not into it."
That's Chris. I'm Chris.
I'm going to say to you, Chris, but you're in the blogosphere. You're on a blog. How do you?
John's laughing at that.
I don't. It's very kind of. You'll get quite a few bloggers, especially people. If you ever go to go to Reddit and go to the blog subreddit, there's posts there. No one's liking them. There's like 3 or 4 people there because bloggers tend to be very selfish in that they want everyone to read theirs, but they're not taking time to read and enjoy and get to know other people's. But because that is
Yeah, that is weird. Like but see, the thing with me though, when I say I don't do the blogs, is we do a podcast, and so I listen to like I'd say probably 5 to 6 hours of podcasts a day. But I don't comment because I don't really, where do you go to do that? I just download them and, I listen to podcasts all day long.
But then they don't know that you're there.
I know. How do I fix that?
Right. And it's paramount, not just for you, for building your blog, but for them to know that you're there. And sometimes people don't have the likes for whatever reason. Sometimes they don't have the comments. And if I enjoy it, or if I want to collaborate with them, I'll find them somehow. I'll find their email. I'll Twitter. Just like I don't know who contacted who first. I have no idea. But one of us found the other and reached out. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
This has been a good conversation, man. I think John probably reached out because he's the reach outer.
The reach out man?
Yeah, the reach around man. But we got to cut this short now. But it was really good talking to you, man.
Short. It's been a half hour. You meant
shorter. Well, I think we're gonna try and keep these shows down to an hour now. See if that helps.
Right on. Well, this has been it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, man. We'll be in touch, and I'm looking forward to presenting at your award show.
I'm looking forward to have you. You guys take care.
thepublicblogger.com. All right, have a good one, man. Thanks.
You too.
Thanks for giving us time.
You got it. Bye-bye.
All right. I like that guy.
I like that guy too. He's a nice guy. That's the first time I've heard his voice. I've only talked to him on social media, but I like that guy. He's got the neighborhood. He's got the creative juices. He seems like a real deep thinker. He obviously knows what's going on. Yeah.
I like how he called me out on. He's like, "Well, you got to understand. Why would you look at black people any different than white?" Like, I didn't want to get into it. Like, well, I am from Indiana, sir. Like,
what do you mean?
I went to pretty much an all-white school, and they had to bus in all the black kids. So my limited, knowledge of black people is from the kids that were bussed in, and they were from the lower class communities. So the standard. I don't want to sit here and talk about black people after our one black guest got off the phone.
I don't either. You brought it up.
I did bring it up. You're listening to the Chris Bray Show. My sister did say that our show sounded somewhat kind of racist.
We don't want that, man. We don't want that. None of us are racist. The only thing is we understand there's differences between the races. We take celebration in the different types of races and the ways that people do things differently. We know that.
I think what the main
what pissed her off?
The main issue was when I was bitching about how Reggie Wayne didn't tip. And I was going on and on about how Reggie Wayne was slow and he didn't tip, and I went through like every stereotype that people say about black people.
That's just the way he was, though.
But it was true with Reggie Wayne,
yeah.
yes. And then you pointed out that he was black, and then she's like, "I don't know if you guys should have said that." Yeah,
I see a lot of stand-up comedy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I don't even think we're comedians over here.
No.
But this show sure is a joke. All right, we'll be back.